Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Um, for this current session, or for this micro session, we're gonna be going over the dialog box and its multiple uses and its multiple editing content. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're just gonna make a new project. New. You press new. We're just gonna go with web for now. So we're gonna go ahead and unlock. We're gonna zoom out a little bit, and when adding layers, there's a function where you double click on the layer. It gives you two options. One, you name your layer, and the other one, you click it more to the side, and it gives you it opens up a whole other dialog box and gives you multiple options. You have all these options just for one layer, so it really comes in handy, and it helps in the long run when you're running out of ideas for your current project. So we're just gonna go ahead and do a type here, and you do a type with the type icon with the letter T on it. So we're just gonna go ahead and press a check mark, and I misspelled this. We're just gonna go ahead and click black. I misspelled. Forgive my spelling. So when the hand icon pops out, you're gonna click it on the side, and it gives you a whole options that you guys can start off with. So the first one, we're gonna start off with bevel and emboss. And for starters, you're not gonna be able to tell what's really going on if you have a white background with black letters. So we're just gonna go ahead and change the color from the background. We're gonna go ahead and pick maybe a light blue. Now we're gonna zoom in and make sure what the applied effect is actually doing. So as you can see, we clicked it and it gave it like a whole popped out like a 3D image in a way, but without the hard edges. It just gives it like a more realistic type in a way, if you will. And contour, it gives it more like around the edges, a little bit of a mirror, shiny in a way. Texture, well, texture just speaks for itself. You click on the little arrow down here in the icon, and you have a little bit of presets that you guys can play around with. So that's bevel and emboss. It gives it more of a real image in a way, popped out. Stroke is your classic outline, and this one, your simple outline. You have your size here, your position on the outside, your blend modes, and your opacity. So that's your classical stroke. And for this video, we're gonna be going along quickly. I'm gonna make a part 2 where we actually go more in depth of what each one does and how to use it more or less in each project that you're working on. So that was stroke. Inner shadow, I'm gonna have to change the color actually from the type. So you can't click black. You can't apply inner shadow to a black type. It's not gonna work. You have to put like many many layers, but we're gonna have to go on fairly deep detail in another video for that. So for inner shadow, you would have to click the color overlay to apply a different color. You go back to your inner shadow, and here you have a little bit of options. You're mostly going to be working with distance, choke, and size. So that's your inner shadow. It's the shadow, but on the inside of the type or the whatever content you're using. Inner glow. Inner glow, you know, it speaks for itself. Pick your color. You can't really see it here because I have the color overlay, but if you really look, it's there. Inner glow, I like applying it more on the outside because you really can't tell, but inner glow is just a little bit of a glow on the inside of your type or your content. Satin, this is somewhat like a inner shadow effect, but it's applied in your across your whole type or whatever content you're using. And again, it's distance and size. It's like a shadow in a way, but applied to your whole type. So that was satin. Color overlay is your classic, you know, all the way. You fill in your color with whatever choice you want, and it's gonna be applied to the whole thing. So that's color overlay. Gradient overlay, I like using this one most of maybe 70% of my projects. Gradient overlay is your classical two-tone effect, and if you press gradient, it gives you another dialog box where you can actually play with some stock presets, or if you press down here during this color timeline, there's two colors on the edge, and if you double click it, you can apply a different color to your source. You can just play around with it. Say you want your white on the top and your red on the bottom, you have a little option over here where it says reverse. Go ahead and click it, and yeah, that's gradient overlay. Pattern overlay is textures. You have some presets here you guys can play with, or import from your own. So that's pattern overlay. Outer glow, speaks for itself. You really have to check out the colors you guys apply, or else, as you guys can see, the effect is very, very limited. You would have to change the background and whatnot. So that's outer glow. It's mostly your basic stuff. Drop shadows. Drop shadows mostly working like the sun. As if it was in front of you, applying a shadow in the background, and again, you're gonna be working with distance, spread, and size. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it short for today. So that was a little bit of the dialog box. I'm gonna make a part 2 and go more in depth of what each one does and apply it to your actual projects. So if you found this video informative, go ahead and press like, subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't, and Bombero out.